Classes have been suspended at Orlando High School for the day after pupils went on the rampage on Thursday, vandalizing property and looting computers, laptops and tablets.
Well, pupils from the school say the chaos started when a group started rioting because they were unhappy about the principal firing one of the teachers. Addressing learners earlier, Gauteng Education MEC Lesufi said that he would take drastic measures to ensure the school is normal again and will fix not any stolen or damaged property. He even went on to say that he will consult with parents and teachers. They will have to persuade him otherwise.
We need to take drastic decisions, and some of the decisions that we'll take will hurt others. But I'm one person that believes that we have to go through pain for things to be normal. I think all of you know Rodiport Primary School. It's stable now, it's moved, because we have to take some tough decisions. And we'll take some tough decisions on here. I mean, you could isolate those fewer learners that are causing problems, even in that public meeting. And you could see majority of those learners want to learn, and I want to protect them.
Let's cross live to ANN7 reporter Neria Klakotza, who is at the Orlando High School. Good morning to Neria. Just talk us through the bone of contention here. What exactly is the issue at the Orlando High School?
Good morning to you, Abigail. Well, when it comes to the issue here in Orlando High School, it still remains unclear. We did hear, of course, some of the students or pupils rather saying the principal is the issue. And of course, they want the principal to leave the school. And some of the people have indicated to us that the fact that one of the teachers was handed a letter of resignation or was handed a letter to be fired was also another issue. But Abigail, we need to remember this all started on Monday. On Monday, the first place to be torched and vandalized were the schools, were the classrooms rather. And then this was yesterday when students came in the admin block. As you can see, some of the papers on the floor, the whole office is basically destroyed. And this is not the only office that has been destroyed in the school. But of course, one thing that the MEC has stressed upon is the fact that he will not be repairing any of those damages. And he has said, of course, that those that are responsible for all of this will be dealt with. Because Abigail and Peter, you need to remember that it's still unclear who did this. Is it either the teachers or the pupils themselves? Because we do know that they were saying that things were normal in the school before this principal came in. My cameraman will just be showing you how dire this situation is right now. You can see that this needed a lot of manpower to be done. The floors are dirty also. There's a lot of things that were spilled here. Chalk is on the floor, among other things. The papers are thrown all over the place. And this has saddened the MEC for Education. We've never seen the MEC himself so angry. And of course, this morning he tried addressing some of the students and some of the teachers to try find out what the cause is and what could be the bigger issue, of course, that could lead to such vandalism of property of a school. And we saw here where students were not even listening to their MEC. The pupils were just being noisy and loud. And this is where he pointed out that there's a bigger issue in this school. And right now, I can just say that the MEC is meeting some of the pupils and meeting also with the SGB once again so that they can find a lasting solution. But he did say that on Monday, he will decide whether or not to keep the school open, or he might decide, of course, to close it, because he says this is totally unacceptable and he will not accept a school in Gauteng that is vandalized such as this one. You can see, just lastly, this is the headmaster's office. It's in turmoil as it stands right now. And it's very interesting how the school is turning into shambles right now, because one thing also that was pointed out this morning was the fact that the principal himself is not even at school. He wasn't in school yesterday, and he's still definitely not in school today. And these are some of the issues that the MEC for Education, MEC Lesufi, wants to address this morning at the school.
Naria, that leads me on to my next question. You say the headmaster is not there today. He wasn't there yesterday. I mean, has there been any word or reports from him as to what transpired at the school?
Well, it must have seemed like he does know what has happened in the school. And one thing the MEC, when the MEC was asked the question, where is the headmaster of the school? The MEC indicated that the headmaster is apparently on a sick leave. And this is what angered the MEC further, because this incident started already on Monday, but reports were only coming out yesterday. So you can see that's where the MEC pointed out that there is an issue in the school. Why is the principal not talking to the district? Why is the district not coming to the province to say this school has a problem? Can it be nipped in the bud before it gets out of hand? And as we can see right now, things have gotten out of hand. School has halted for the day. The MEC has even asked the pupils to go back to go back home, and he has said that he will be speaking to their parents. And of course, these discussions will happen until Sunday, and the big day will be on Monday, where he decides what to do with the school. As regarding the principal, it still remains unclear whether he will be called to come to the school, whether the MEC will address the principal himself. And you need to remember, this is a new principal. He used to be at another school in Soweto, but his presence here at this school has never seemingly been accepted, not only by the teachers, but also the pupils, who, when we spoke to, were even saying that if the principal would leave the school, then things will be normal and we would be happy as pupils.
Neria, we do know that the MEC engaged with the learners and spoke to them. You did say that the MEC had told them to leave the premises and go home, and we know that classes have been suspended until tomorrow. I just want to know, what was the reaction of the students with the MEC trying to engage with them and trying to speak to them and finding a solution? What was the response of the students?
First of all, Abigail, I must tell you that it wasn't all the pupils even that were here in school today. And some of those that were there, you had a small group that was trying to be arrogant, that was even shouting out words while the MEC was talking. But the MEC was very firm at that point. And this is where he even said that I will not allow students or young kids to be addressing me as the MEC like that. I can see that there is trouble here. We can see that these children, from academic point of view, there is a problem here. And the MEC even said that he could see it in the faces of these children, that there is more to this than anything. But some, of course, listened to the MEC. And this is a few of the pupils that decided to come to school. This is some of them that said, we still want to learn. And some of them were saying, we just want this issue to be sorted as soon as possible. But also, Abigail, you could right now, as I'm talking to you, you can still see some of the students outside their classes. Some of them were singing and chanting songs, struggle songs here and there. And you could see that this is, it's a long way coming. A solution has to be found very quickly. Otherwise, this school will be facing a problem soon.
Neria, thanks very much for that update. Neria Lesufi at the Orlando High School, taking us through some of the damage that was caused throughout the duration of the week. As soon as we hear from the headmaster of that school, we'll bring it to you here on NN7.